Lesson: Essentials of a Valid Employment Contract. An employment contract is a cornerstone of the employer-employee relationship, serving as the primary document that outlines the rights and responsibilities of both parties. A valid employment contract is not just a legal formality, but a strategic tool that can significantly influence an organization's operational efficiency and employee satisfaction. For HR leaders, understanding the essentials of a valid employment contract is crucial for ensuring compliance, protecting organizational interests, and fostering a positive work environment. The first essential of a valid employment contract is mutual consent. This means that both parties must agree to the terms laid out in the contract. Mutual consent is foundational, as it signifies that the agreement is entered into voluntarily and with an understanding of its implications. A practical tool HR leaders can use to ensure mutual consent is a contract checklist, which outlines key terms and conditions, ensuring they are communicated clearly and comprehensively to potential employees. This checklist might include job roles, responsibilities, compensation, benefits, and termination clauses. By utilizing a checklist, HR professionals can systematically address each contract component, thereby reducing misunderstandings and disputes. The second essential is consideration, which refers to something of value being exchanged between the employer and the employee. Typically, this is the salary or wages provided in exchange for the employee's labor. Consideration must be lawful and not involve any illegal activities. A framework for determining appropriate consideration could involve benchmarking against industry standards and regional pay scales. By analyzing compensation data from reputable sources, HR leaders can establish competitive and fair salary packages that not only attract but also retain top talent. Another critical element is the capacity of the parties involved. Both the employer and the employee must have the legal capacity to enter into a contract. This means that the parties must be of legal age and sound mind. For HR leaders, verifying the capacity of parties is more than a legal requirement. It is also a preventive measure against future contract disputes. Practical steps include conducting thorough background checks and ensuring all documentation verifying the employee's legal capacity is in place before finalizing any contract. Legality is another essential component of a valid employment contract. The terms and conditions outlined must comply with existing labor laws and regulations. This is particularly important for multinational corporations operating in different jurisdictions. HR leaders must be well-versed in both local and international employment laws to draft contracts that are legally sound. A practical tool in this regard is the use of legal compliance software that can automatically update contract templates to reflect changes in labor laws. Such software can save time and reduce the risk of non-compliance, especially in complex regulatory environments. P. Clarity in terms of contract terms and conditions is non-negotiable. Ambiguities can lead to disagreements and potential legal challenges. Therefore, the language used in employment contracts should be clear, precise, and devoid of jargon. A step-by-step application to achieve clarity involves drafting, reviewing, and revising contracts in collaboration with legal experts and, if applicable, union representatives. By incorporating multiple perspectives, HR leaders can ensure that the contract language is not only legally sound, but also easily understandable by all parties involved. Case studies offer valuable insights into the complexities of employment contracts. For instance, a widely discussed case is that of Uber drivers who have contested their classification as independent contractors rather than employees. This case underscores the importance of clear definitions of employment status within contracts. HR leaders must ensure that the contract accurately reflects the nature of the employment relationship to avoid legal disputes. A practical framework to address this challenge is the ABC test, which helps determine whether a worker is an independent contractor or an employee. This test examines the control over work performed, the business's usual course, and whether the worker is engaged in an independently established trade. By applying the ABC test, HR professionals can make informed decisions regarding worker classification, thereby preventing potential legal issues. Statistics further highlight the importance of effective employment contracts. According to the Society for Human Resource Management, organizations that implement clear and comprehensive employment contracts experience 30% fewer legal disputes related to employment terms. This statistic emphasizes the necessity for HR leaders to prioritize the development of robust contracts as part of their risk management strategy. Additionally, a survey conducted by the International Labor Organization found that 60% of employees reported higher job satisfaction when their employment terms were clearly defined. This finding illustrates the direct impact that well-drafted contracts can have on employee morale and productivity. To enhance proficiency in drafting employment contracts, HR leaders can adopt a continuous learning approach. Participating in workshops and certification programs focused on employment law can provide valuable insights and keep HR professionals updated on best practices and legal developments. Furthermore, leveraging technology, such as contract management systems, can streamline the drafting and negotiation processes. These systems often feature templates that incorporate industry standards and legal requirements, ensuring consistency and compliance across all employment contracts. In conclusion, the essentials of a valid employment contract extend beyond mere compliance with legal requisites. They encompass a strategic approach to defining the employer-employee relationship, fostering mutual understanding, and ensuring organizational alignment with labor laws. By adopting practical tools, frameworks, and step-by-step applications, HR leaders can effectively navigate the complexities of employment contracts. This not only mitigates legal risks, but also enhances organizational reputation and employee satisfaction. As the landscape of employment law continues to evolve, HR professionals must remain vigilant and proactive in their approach to contract management, thereby positioning their organizations for success in the global marketplace.